Please continue your meal, but we wanted to get started early. We didn't want to rush through the presentations of our pioneers, and we want to leave plenty of time for a great keynote today. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Rick Moore up to induct our first pioneer.
Thanks, Elvis. Our first recipient today is Mr. Pat Hennessy, and I'm going to provide you a little background of Pat's career. After obtaining his degree in thermodynamics and electronic controls from the State University of New York, Pat moved to Texas in 1980 and quickly became a Texan. He started work at ARA in the engineering department, and from 1980 through 1997, in addition to ARA work, or Pat worked for other companies including Lone Star Manufacturing, Dana Corporation, and Redport Molded Products. In 1997, he joined DCM Manufacturing, where he's spent the last 22 years focused on product development across the specialty mobile HVAC markets. He credits his accomplishments to being part of a team of dedicated colleagues. Pat credits the mentors who helped him along the way, saying, "I was very fortunate to be trained by some of the best people in the industry," which includes Robert Tigner of ARA, Lloyd Pearson of Dana Corp, Tim Murphy of Redport, and John Berger of DCM. From engineering to sales to business development, I appreciate what these guys taught me, and they are great mentors. Pat also notes the challenges of attracting younger generations interested in our type of niche market, and suggests that the industry should consider some type of venture to develop young talent and show what the future of the industry can be. So without further ado, the first pioneer is Pat Hennessy.
Okay, it's my honor to induct the next pioneer. He joined Sanden International on his 21st birthday. Been with Sanden for 38 years and is now Managing Director of Sanden International Australia and Chairman of the Sanden Global Aftermarket Steering Committee. His work with Sanden made him a prime candidate for roles in industry associations concerned with refrigerant policy, and he sits on the board of Australia's most influential industry associations, serving many years on most of them. A longtime associate offered this assessment: Mark Padwick has devoted his entire working life to improving the status and capabilities of all who work in the mobile air conditioning industry, and in those sectors involved with refrigerants. To this day, he manages to devote countless hours to industry stewardship while assuming senior global roles for Sanden International. Industry leader, strategist, mentor, quiet achiever, and national voice of the automotive air conditioning industry. These were the words used to honor Mark Padwick's elevation as VASA Legend, the highest award offered by the Australasian peak body for the mobile air conditioning and electrical industry. Mark's advice for our industry reflects his personal drive. Being involved in industry associations will give you a commercial advantage and opportunities to continue learning. Without trade associations, there would be little product training, and without their political power, we would end up with laws and regulations that could be detrimental to our business. Today, Mark Padwick is recognized as an industry pioneer. Unfortunately, Mark experienced a health setback just prior to flying over, and his doctors advised him not to fly. So we wish him the best, and I'd like to invite Mike Rouse up to accept the award for him. Todd Ellison will introduce the next pioneer.
Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for being here and joining us for a great lunch. Also, want to congratulate MACS on their 40-year anniversary and the achievement for that. I know the board members and previous board members and the people that support this this society really should look forward and really appreciate what they've done for us over the years. I've got the honor this afternoon to introduce Bruce Phillips as our next pioneer. I've had the privilege to work with Charlie Pitts, one of the pioneers at the very beginning, his son David. I also got the privilege of working with Mark, and I felt this privilege of introducing Bruce was very appropriate. Bruce started in the industry in 1972, so we don't need to count back the years, but he started with Weatherhead, working around 17 years there, helping with their fitting, hydraulics fittings, all types of fittings in that industry. And as Bruce put it, he became a good fit in the fitting industry for those years. In 1989, Bruce had an opportunity to move over to AGCO Products. I was speaking to him earlier, and he said it was just a good opportunity to get outside and become a salesman. And I think that's when he found his calling. I think everyone in this room probably knows Bruce and knows the impact he's had as a person, as a relationship, as a salesman. Bruce, although he didn't mention this, I think his detail-oriented mind, his follow-through, his commitment to the customer really showed through in the early years at AGCO. As AGCO moved on, he went to work for Parker Hannafin in 1999. He was no longer selling just fittings. He got into dryers, expansion valves, and some other components. And through these transformations and jobs, I think Bruce has expanded his customer relationships and started touching more people. As Parker closed down their facility, Bruce moved over to Annex Marketing in 2008. The Parker machinery, everything would move to China, and Bruce picked up with his trips over to China, got a better understanding of how the market works. He also was able to meet the customer's demand for specs and information and engineering drawings. And he really found a market there to help us and help other customers in this room. In 2013, we had the privilege of hiring Bruce on at MEI. Bruce has done a variety of jobs for us, as well as introducing new customers in the fitting and dryer business. He also does a tremendous job of supporting our marketing and training side on our sales side. It's definitely been a privilege the last 7 years to work with Bruce and what he's brought to our industry. I remember one time when I was at Annex, and I don't think Bruce went into the office all the time, but when I was in the office that one day, I think most of the people in the office just said he brings a smile to everyone's face when he's there. And he does the same for us when he comes to MEI with our staff there. So with that being said, I'd like to bring Bruce up and introduce him and let him join the elite industry group here.
It's upside down.
Thank you very much.
Next, David Montford will introduce the next pioneer.
Hello everyone, my name is David Montford. I'm the president of Global Parts Distributors, and it's my honor to introduce Mark Schmitz. Real quick on Mark's career, it started in 1981 in Fort Worth, Texas. The company was Truck Air Corporation owned by his father-in-law. And in Mark's own words, college was interrupted by a girl. And I would say so because he started on a family of 6. In 1994, Mark moved his family to Macon, Georgia to work for Doug Hines at Auto Accessory Distribution, also known as AAD. At that time, AAD was the second largest AC unit distributor in the country. In 1998, with the AC unit business declining, AAD expanded into the AC replacement parts business. In early 2004, AAD became global parts distributors. In those early years, Mark's product knowledge, industry knowledge, helped lead the company in creating our own numbering system, our own cataloging. It increased our product offering and also helped implement our overall sales strategy. Mark's knowledge helped a young company navigate through some difficult times. Along that time, Mark Schmitz, with the help of Henry Chu, started GPD's Asian sourcing strategy. And if you know Mark and know Mark in China, it's called MACS, and he is famous in China. And I think in some of the small towns that we do business in, there's some statues there. In 2006, Mark was a key member of the management team that took over managing GPD. And at that time, the average age at GPD was 36 of the management team, and Mark was 14 years older than everybody else. To this day, Mark's knowledge of products, the AC business, and the history has had a huge impact at GPD. His willingness and ability to share his knowledge with everyone at GPD will have a lasting impact, not only at GPD, but also our industry. I personally can say that Mark has had a lasting impact on me. I have learned more from Mark than anybody in this industry. So, with that being said, Mark, thank you for contributing your talents to GPD for over 25 years. You're a pillar at GPD and the AC industry. We applaud your commitment to excellence and are proud to share in your success. Well done and well deserved, and let me end by saying this, and I say this on behalf of everybody at GPD. We thank God that you are our co-worker and our friend. Based on the impact that you've had on our company and all the people that work there, there's no one in this world more deserving of recognition of this industry pioneer. Congratulations.
To induct our final pioneer today, Mr. Wayne Herndon.
Thank you very much. The final pioneer we induct today is Sherwood Whelan. Sherwood was born in Fayetteville, North Carolina, grew up in a small farming community along the Cape Fear River. In addition to planting and raising crops, farming life also included maintaining and working on agricultural equipment. On the Whelan farm, everything went to shop for repairs when needed, regardless of how small and how large they are. If you've been in the farming business, you know what that's like. When needed, Sherwood recalls his early childhood holding a drop light while watching his father take apart and put something back together. After graduating from college, Sherwood continued to farm with his father and brother for a short time. From there, he went on his first full-time job with Voss Farm Equipment in Fayetteville, North Carolina. In this role, he managed all aspects of the service department, The time spent as service manager in an equipment dealership that worked in both ag and light industrial equipment. It was an invaluable experience and prepared him for his position at AGCO Corporation in the technical service department. The mobile air conditioning industry became a primary focus for Sherwood. Starting his career with AGCO Corporation in 1992, he first volunteered to write and publish the factory service bulletins figuring how to retrofit R12 to 134 systems. It was not long before, excuse me, he was asked to develop and teach classes in off-road ag equipment, which he's done here at several MACS conventions, which led to working with new AC training manual. Just as he learned from other industry experts over the years through AMACA and MACS conventions, Sherwood is always willing to share his knowledge he has gained over the years with trainers and educators. And in those who have desire to learn more and more about off-road ag best practices and troubleshooting. Sherwood is a member of the SAE and works on the SAE HFTC6 committee that's developing the J3126 AC service procedures for off-road machines and ag tractors. Additionally, he's a member of the AEM SNAP committee seeking EPA approval to use the new refrigerant to 1234YF in off-road ag equipment and construction equipment. Today, Sherwood Wheeler joins us in the ranks of the industry pioneers.
We have one add-in Pioneer Award that was not on the agenda today. Secretly it was, but we're going to honor Elvis as a pioneer. We think Elvis didn't know about this. We hope he didn't know about it anyways. But Elvis is the youngest of the family of 7 who resided in a small town in Indiana, Indian Bayou, Louisiana. When his father was disabled due to a work-related accident, his family moved to Cowley, Louisiana, where he grew up and attended both middle and high schools. Elvis then went on to study at the University of Southern Louisiana, now the University of Louisiana at Lafayette, where he finished his Bachelor of Arts degree in Liberal Arts in 3 years. After finishing college in 1973, Elvis enlisted in the U.S. Air Force, where he had completed both basic training and then advanced communications training. He was stationed at a small Air Force base in England, RAF Chicklands, located about 40 miles north of London. There he was assigned to a small but very important reconnaissance group whose main responsibility was to protect important classified information from being compromised during American and joint training exercises. They also issued information to the form of letters and newsletters to other groups within the Air Force detailing the importance of intelligence security. He was awarded a commendation for his work during his tour of duty for his writings and abilities. While stationed in England, Elvis was married to Vanessa, and they have been married for over 45 years. Most of you know Vanessa running around here all the time. After being honorably discharged in 1977, he returned home to Crowley and took a position as a reporter for the Crowley Post-Signal. After a period of time, he was promoted and given the job of editor-in-chief of the Abbeville Memorial, tough word, in the town of Abbeville, Louisiana, where along with his in-house duties, he spent in the field, especially with local law enforcement. In 1979, he and his wife Vanessa moved to their home area of Schweitzville. Yeah, they should have practiced this apparently. They wrote it phonetically for me. Then he was offered a position with MACS, then under the auspice of NARSA in 1981. MACS was formed and Elvis has been working with the MACS in an automotive air conditioning and cooling industry ever since. He first served as managing director, then vice president, and president since July 2000. He has coordinated all of MACS programs and projects, including EPA mandated certification and refrigerant recycling and service procedures offered by MACS and required by Section 609 of the Clean Air Act, and other technical training offered at annual convention and service clinics throughout the USA. Currently, Elvis is president and COO of the MACS organization. I'm proud of Been a lot of years. Proud of